Welcome back to the She Drives podcast. It's Tyree with you today, and we've got a very special guest on the show. And I have to say, whenever I started this podcast up, she was probably one of the very top people that I have wanted to interview. So this week, we are behind the wheel with drifter Molly Kerr.
Hello.
What's the crack?
You make me blush.
Look, just telling the truth. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much for finding time in your very busy schedule.
Didn't mention it.
So yeah, you're a drifter, which to be honest I think is seriously impressive. I don't think there's very many women drifters out there.
No. Not as many as you would think.
No, definitely not. Because even whenever we had started this podcast up, like Sarah was telling me about so many rally drivers to get on, and I was looking at drifters and
There's not many.
No, definitely not. If you're watching the video in this as well, we're in a bit of a different setting. We're in the mighty Portrush today, where all the madness happens.
God's land.
Yep, God's land for the
rain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and for the rain. Yeah, today's terrible outside. Were you down at Port Sunday?
Was not.
No.
I was working.
Would you have been down if you weren't working?
Probably not.
No.
I probably would have got pulled over.
Yeah, that happened to us. We got our tents pulled off.
There you go. Mine are already off.
Sad times. No, absolute madness at the port this year. Flipping cars and everything.
Woeful.
Was a wee bit. Yeah, that was a wee bit.
I couldn't really be bothered to leave the house sitting in traffic, like.
No, understandable. I mean, obviously we've got this place, so I was just sitting up in the balcony just taking videos.
Drinking tea.
Yeah, and everyone was kind of staring at me and with my phone out, and I was like, don't mind me, I'm just taking videos of your car. But getting more into you and your story, where did this whole drifting start?
Probably my brother. Well, my uncle was drifting whenever I was wee, and then my brother took into it then, and then I started rallying, and I was fed up watching them drifting, so I went bought a drift car.
So how come you didn't go into the rallying then?
Because everybody was away drifting, and I was sort of jealous.
To be fair, it does look
So I just said I'll join you.
It looks like serious fun.
Yeah, well, that and the more you go into rallying, like, it gets dearer, but then drifting's the same. I suppose it's probably worse.
All expensive stuff.
Yeah.
So, at what age did you start into it yourself?
Good question.
Well,
It wasn't that long ago. 15 or 16, maybe. But like properly, like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Like before that was just footering around Eglinton and stuff, and just sort of getting used to letting go of the steering wheel as to holding on for dear life.
Is it scary doing it like your first time?
I wouldn't say, well, if you're in the tyres, aye. But other than that, it's not bad. Like, it's just getting used, going from rallying to drifting, like, it's so different.
I suppose it would be very different. I mean, I don't do either. But I'd assume with drifting, like you said, you just have to learn to kind of let
the car go wherever it wants to go. As we're rallying, you have to hold on for dear life and put the car where you want it to go.
Yeah. I didn't know that about you, that you had like kind of tried into the rally.
Oh yeah. I think I done it for 2 years or 3 years with Kira.
Oh really? You learn something new every day.
Same time sort of scale.
So whenever you started into drifting, what was your first drift car?
Real racket of a thing, of a BM, a 318.
Everyone starts out with
yeah.
BM.
I don't think there was a panel on her that was straight.
No.
And it wasn't from me.
Oh.
And the hydro was welded into her with a big bit of flat bar and then a flat bar up, and just a real ignorant job, like.
I obviously don't really know much about drifting, although that would be kind of the side of things. If it were come to drifting or rallying, I'd be more interested in drifting. But you said that your brother...
Good answer.
Thank you. I've never been to a rally before in my life, which is actually really surprising.
To be honest, I don't think I have either.
No.
Like, I've never been to Donegal Rally.
See, I have, but anytime I went to go and actually watch the rally, they had crashed in the stage before it got to me. So I was just standing in a field waiting for...
No, I've never been.
No?
No.
Are you going this year?
Probably not. No. To be honest.
I'm going to Zach Bryan this year, so I'm not even going to...
I couldn't afford it, so I'm not going there either.
But you had said, obviously, your brother as well, Harry.
Yeah.
Was then before you did? Do you think he was like a big inspiration? Don't give him too much credit now, because I know what it's like having brothers.
He'd make his head big. I would, yeah, just watching him, like, and then, I don't know. I wasn't jealous, like, I just wanted to...
You wanted to give it a go.
Give it a go, yeah. I'm glad I did, all the same.
I mean, obviously, like, it's paying off for you.
Watching him and then my uncle too. They were sort of in the same, doing it at the same time, you know. So they would have been out together and stuff, and it was just nice watching them, like.
Yeah. So speaking of your very first drift event, how did that go for you?
I don't know when it was.
The first time you got into the car behind the...
Like a competition?
Yeah.
Was in Scotland.
Really?
Yeah. Scottish Drift Championship. Now that I think of it.
That's actually very...
And it was in my brother's car, I think.
Did he
Or a
willingly
borrowed
give
car?
you it?
No, he wasn't there.
Oh, no. He took it.
You wouldn't ask.
No.
I think, yeah. It wasn't bad, it didn't crash.
That's good.
And I qualified. So, and we've only went up from there. Maybe a few downs in the middle, but other than that.
Have you crashed yet?
Oh, recently.
Oh, really?
I'm in Dallow in November.
What was that?
Brave bad oil.
Really?
It was my fault, like. And then I went and done it again. I was acting the mouth. And I was coming in third flat. And then I done a big flick. And then I hit the wee tyre marbles. And then it just went from there. Clean into the tyre wall. Tyre wall, nearly cooped the marshal. Sitting at the wee hut.
I mean, if you're going to crash, you got to do it right.
I have it on GoPro, like, but it's...
I'll not ask you for that footage.
It's on TikTok.
Might have to go look for it. What is that like whenever you crash? Are you just kind of sitting there thinking, oh God, what have I done?
Just mind blank, like, hold on for dear life. Hope for the best. Nothing's going to happen, like.
And what is that? What is that procedure like whenever you crash? Does the whole thing stop? Does it...
I just reversed her out and horsed her on again.
Went back
Back
out again?
bumpers hanging off her. Not a door on her, wing mirror missing. I just went on
That's
like
the way
nothing
to
happened.
go, yeah.
Reverse her out and I paid to be there, flipping right. I'm gonna keep going.
Did you take the bumper off afterwards, or did you just leave it hanging?
I actually put it back on, then I took it back off again the second time.
Nice.
And then Dad got fed up putting it back on, so he just left it off.
Speaking of, obviously, like getting into cars and everything, would you be a fan of like modified cars, anything like that, or is it mainly just drifting?
I would like I like looking at them, like, but it wouldn't fascinate me anywhere near as much. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way. Like, even Port Sunday and that, like, yeah, you go for the crack, but there's a point where it's just...
Yeah, you just kind of get fed up with sitting in a queue and
Yeah.
drunk people.
And young
by.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know whenever it was a Easter Sunday, me and Shane, we were driving down in his BM, and the abuse that gets shouted at you from old men is insane.
Awful.
Like, he wasn't shouting it at us. I can't remember what car was behind us, but there was an older man just leaning up against the pole, and he was like, light her up, you only live once. And I was like, you're like 40 telling someone you only live once, and that's how you're spending your life. That's how you're spending your Easter Sunday. It made me laugh.
I don't know what you do there, like.
It was so funny. I think I'm taking that to the grave.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It was hilarious.
Must try that when I'm 40.
But what was your... I know we talked about your first drift car. What was your actual first car?
Toyota Starlet.
Seriously? Love that.
With a Glanza kit on it.
That is so cool. Everyone loves it.
I was actually going to bring it today, but there's no
Do you
tax
still
on it.
have it?
It's insured now. I insured it there last month.
That's class. What are you driving now?
A Mark 6 Golf.
Here.
And the rust is hanging off her.
No shade for me.
That's the farm vehicle.
This is a mighty Mark 6 Golf clan here.
She does the job, £900.
Many miles?
140.
I love that. What colour is it?
Silver. You'll have to eye her up there. She's better than yours, like.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I'm loving this talk now, I have to say.
She's the job.
This is it.
Pretoria's on her and everything.
You've got her kitted out well.
And she's lowered. The rust's just hanging off her.
Oh, well.
The quarter panel's nearly going to fall off, or was painted, but it wasn't painted that well.
We'll just ignore the rust like we do with all of our cars.
Look at the passenger side of her, it's alright. Well, maybe just look at the front of her. Or the back of her. Avoid the sides of her.
I have to say, I feel like saying that about my own Golf as well, but I'll not be nasty to her. She's done me well.
At least yours is red. Silver's not a great colour to go off, like.
I don't think I'd ever buy a silver car. I think I'm always gonna stick to my red.
I like red now. The Starlet's red.
Oh, that's nice.
She's a job.
That'll be nice. Very nice. So, back to the drifting. Got a wee bit carried away with our Mark there. No shade. But whenever you're going in for a race, do you have any like superstitions? Do you have any pre-race rituals?
Not really, no.
Nothing like that?
And I had McDonald's breakfast. But that's only because the hotel's here and McDonald's is here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's handy. Sausage and egg McMuffin and a hash brown.
Yes, their hash browns very nice.
I love a hash brown now. I 10 out of 10. And I love orange juice.
It's hard to beat an orange juice in the morning.
Good stuff.
Would you mainly compete over in England and Scotland, or would you?
I'm going to do, this is secret, but I'm going to do round 2 of the Irish series at the end of this month.
Oh.
And then other than that, I don't know. If I qualify, if I do alright, I'll do the rest of the season. But if I go on a rider off, then I'll just do
no one needs
the competition. No, we'll not tell anybody that.
No. So we were talking a little bit about sponsors and everything off camera.
Yeah.
And you were telling me that you find it difficult.
Yeah.
Do you think that's... I don't want to ask the question, but it's the whole reason the podcast exists. So do you think that is, like, you're being female? Do you think that's...
I don't know.
Affects it?
I don't know. If anything, I would have thought that it would have helped it. Because there isn't... Like, I honestly don't know another girl in the north that competes.
See, that's the thing. Now,
like Adrian Wheatley down south. She's in the pro now of the IDS, but... I don't really... There's Katarzyna Darren. She's down south, I think, area. But other than that...
See, that's one thing. I mean, I'm constantly, obviously, on social media looking for new women, new girls, and everyone to get on the podcast. And drifting was one of the things that I could barely find anyone.
You'd have fallen now.
Like, I genuinely think you were the only person that I could find.
I don't know. I can't think. Maybe I'm just being still half sleeping, but I don't think of anybody else from up here.
But I think that really surprises me, considering I feel like drifting would be so much easier to get into.
It's very open, like, yeah.
Yeah, like you just need to buy a 500 pound Beamer and...
You don't need anything, like.
No.
If you have a hydro winner, you're set. But I don't... Like, even Bishop's Court opened again there.
I saw it was up for sale.
Yeah, that was the motorbike...
Oh, right, okay.
thing, whatever you call it. Theirs is like the airfield on the other side. But it was closed there for ages and then somebody else bought it. And now it's open and going as... Like the queues at it are unreal.
Do they run their own events or is it just like a...
It's like a just all day thing.
Right.
Like it's not... I think they're running a competition this year. Well, I've seen talk about it on Facebook and stuff, but...
I definitely think we need more of that in the north.
Yeah.
I feel like there's barely anything, you know, you look at the IDC and all, and it was just last year that they took it to Bishop's Court.
Yeah.
So
but then there's nowhere to go.
No.
Like last year was sort of the first year Bishop's Court was properly open and running and ready to hold an event.
Yeah.
Like before it was rough, sort of. It was a bit patchy and stuff, like the tarmac in it, but they fixed it and it's a good job now.
No, there definitely needs to be more.
There's nowhere else to go.
No, and that's why everyone goes down the back roads.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you expecting? You're not giving people like a designated area to go and...
Yeah, like even the IDS is good, but it's oversubscribed because there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
There used to be like an amateur championship as such, where you had to do it before you got into the IDS to do like Pro-Am or whatever. And I think it needs to come back. They're on about running this winter series this year in the new Drift Games track. It's in Mandalo, but I don't know if it's going to be like a feeder series in the IDS to cut the numbers down, but
Still, Mondello is pretty far away.
2.5 hours, I think it takes us.
Yeah, we went down for their International Women's Day event, and like it's a brave jaunt.
Yeah. But it's not too bad. It's mostly straight road, like, until you get to Naas.
Yeah.
And then you're just there.
Motorway miles.
But still. Well, Bishop's Court would be 2 hours for me, like. Like, even Eglinton, I don't know what's going on with it. It's been shut now for ages. It was good. Like, even just for a Sunday, like, on a Sunday we would have just went, oh, well, we go.
Yeah.
At, like, 9 o'clock.
Spontaneous.
And you were there, and then that cheap
That's the
and
way-
cheerful, like.
Yeah, that's the way you need to do it. Just spontaneous. Here, let's go drifting for the day.
Yeah. As or if you go to Bishop's Court, like, Eglinton was only sort of 50 minutes-ish. As we go to Bishop's Court, you need to be ready the night before. And leave at, like, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a full day thing. Like.
Yeah. But, I don't know.
So what racing competitions have you been in?
Scottish Drift Championship, and then Katie Customs Winter Battle Series. I also done a round of Drift League last year. That's what I'm going to do next weekend, is Drift League. See how it goes.
You'll do well.
I done a round of the Irish Series 2 years ago in the compact I had, you know, the orange one. Didn't go well.
Oh no.
I got 2 practice runs and something happened in both practice runs and then 2 qualifying runs, and it just...
Does that make you feel uneasy whenever it doesn't go right?
Yeah, if you don't qualify well, like, because then you get whoever qualified top, and then your day's over anyway, like, most of the time.
Being mainly against guys, how do they find it if you do better than them?
Some of them don't like it, like, but it's not in a hateful way.
They're just
Like, it's a
competitive.
fun sort of... It's just a laugh.
Yeah.
Like, if I beat somebody, I just take the absolute mick out of them because I know it annoys them.
Yeah.
And they know I'm only taking the piss, but... Yeah. Most of like, everyone in Scotland, it's just, like... It's not noticed. Like, it doesn't matter.
Whenever you're in Scotland, would you be competing against other females, or is it?
No.
It's just
Not yet,
you?
yeah. Just me. Just me, myself, and I.
It's not a bad thing though, because if there's one girl there, then you're doing it for everyone else watching you.
Well, that's what I like to think, anyway. I don't think anybody... Maybe the odd time. Like, there's 1 or 2, but they wouldn't compete as of yet.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's going to change, I don't know, but... Just me, myself, and I for now.
Doing it for the gals. What is it like for you doing it against all the other guys? Do you feel
Just normal.
it's just normal for you? You don't.
But then I think that's because I grew up with Harry and my uncle. Like, I was always there in the background, but... And everybody would sort of know me anyway.
I think that's the thing. It's like if you've grown up around it, it's a lot easier to feel
Yeah.
at ease.
As or if you just come in out of the blue,
Yeah.
you sort of get looked at and...
Yeah, it feels really, really daunting.
Like, I done Dubshed there, the passenger runs, you know, and you'd see, like, the odd boy getting in, and you gotta look, like, you got the wee sly look, and then after it was over, they were fine. But you could just feel the slight judgment before they got in.
Yeah, actually, you did do Dubshed, and I meant to ask you about that. What was that like? Because you were the only girl there as well.
Just another day.
Just another day behind the wheel.
It wasn't bad, like, it was good. I made wee posters and stuff and gave them out to people with, like, all my socials on them just to try and boost that side of it. But yeah, didn't hear any complaints from passengers, like,
Crash, no?
hit a few barriers, but that was on purpose.
Sure, yeah.
The boys at Drift Taxi weren't happy with me. I've had a few messages after that
Oh no.
in the group chat.
Oh no.
But
Moving on swiftly.
the remnants of the water barriers.
I know what you mean. You know, they give you a wee sly look, and then they're in the car with you, and they realise what you can
Yeah,
do.
and then they're fine.
Yeah.
All smiles after it, like, but no, say nothing. Just get on with it.
Yeah. What car are you currently drifting in at the moment?
350 Z or Z, whatever you prefer. I would be a Z sort of
I think I say
gal
Z.
now.
Like, I would, if I'm doing the alphabet, I'd say Z, but if I'm,
A 350Z.
yeah, 350Z.
Nah, I just call it a 350. It avoids any of the controversy around the Z.
It's like the It's like the Londonderry Dairy situation of
Whatever
cars.
one comes out first.
Yeah. What are they going to say? 350Z or 350Z?
Yeah, that is the current.
So how long?
Chariot.
How long have you had that car for?
Got in August last year.
Oh, not that long then.
No,
Do you like it?
love it. Good job now. So it is. Got it in England and Harry drove it home. I flew him over. Well, I didn't fly him over. I bought him the flight over. And he drove it home.
Brothers don't do anything for free, do they?
I just paid for his food and his train.
Here, you're good to him. I wouldn't have even done that.
Well, I sort of needed her home.
I suppose. He'll do anything to get her home. To be fair though, I do like the way you've done it up. It's grey
Yeah,
and
the same as Harry's car.
yeah.
It's exactly the same. Just that I think it looks better in my car, to be honest. But we'll not mention that. No fallouts today.
No fallouts. Not say anything, but I agree. No. What other cars have you had to drift in?
The wee compact, 46 compact. The wee orange one. She was the job.
Is that the only one?
And then, yeah, the one I started in. The black 318. She didn't last long.
Do you prefer a BMW or do you prefer...
Lock-wise, like BM. But I've sort of got used to 350 now. And I'm a fan of it now. But at the start it was really hard getting out of a BM. The compact was like she was like a wee grip machine. And just full of lock. And with 350s, I don't know what the reason is. But if you want any halfway sort of decent lock, you have to pay over $2,500. And I wasn't paying it.
Understandable.
So I've only about half the lock now as I used to have. But it's alright. I'm managing.
Expensive, but speaking of those costs, run me through just how much it does cost.
Just to go on a weekend, like
Yeah, we'll go for a weekend.
like this weekend coming.
Yeah, run me through this.
This is going to put me off. I don't know. I got 10 tyres, £500.
Tires are already expensive.
Boat is £500, £600. Hotel, say 4. Entry fee is £250. Probably £100 of fuel. And if a bracket in. And then food.
Just pray you don't break anything.
Pretty much.
And like, imagine if we did have something here and it was actually half decent. Obviously, you'd still be going across the water doing competitions and stuff, but it would make it easier.
Yeah. Well, even like the IDS is still probably roughly the same price. Like by the time you pay for diesel in the van, you don't have the expense of the boat, fair enough, but I think the entry fees are roughly the same. Don't quote me on that. £250-ish, give or take. But other than that,
Look at the amount of money you could make if you built your own racetrack.
I could be a millionaire if I didn't go drifting.
Mental. Even charging £250 per car.
Just to be there. And then IDS you have a login fee, which is like they give you stickers and stuff, like your name cards, and that's €150.
That's mental.
You only have to pay it once, right enough.
That is...
But it's still quite sickening the
yeah,
once.
that is... to put me off drifting.
Has to be done. You have to think they need to make money too, like.
Yeah, suppose this is the thing.
Like, it wouldn't be worth their time if they weren't... By the time they get stickers and stuff printed and all the hassle of printing names out, and it's fair enough when you think about it in depth.
Yeah, everyone's got to make money somehow.
Just not me.
You just do it for fun.
Yeah, I just spend money.
What are the... Say if you win, like, what are the winnings? What do you get?
Wouldn't pay for your weekend.
No?
I couldn't tell. I'm never that high up. I think Harry...
Don't sell yourself short.
Not that high up yet, we'll
Yeah,
say.
there we go.
We're getting there.
It's always the yet.
To be honest, I don't know. The IDS last year was... Don't quote me. Like, I think Harry got £1,000 for winning one round. But, like, that wouldn't have paid his tyres, let alone his fuel and the van and the diesel and the...
Get a wee trophy or anything?
Yeah. Sometimes you get a plastic one, sometimes you get a metal one. Depends what championship you go to.
Fair the metal one.
Well,
Wee plastic one.
some of them's cool now, to be fair. Some of them's like wee handmade differs.
Do you have any trophies?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mm.
I shouldn't have sounded so surprised.
I have a shelf full of trophies, actually.
Okay.
Some of them from rallying, to be fair.
What have you won?
I was third in the rookie class in the winter series for a round, and then I was fourth in the championship last year or the year before, whatever one it was. And it just various. I think it was second or third in the rookies, and most of them's in Scotland, like, and then some of them's rallying. I couldn't tell you the difference. I haven't looked at them in a while. I have the odd one, like, one or two.
One or two is better than none. And like you said, there's always the yet.
Well, that's it. The most of them are from rallying, but
So how often would you go and practice?
whenever I'm going on a weekend, to be honest.
Yeah.
Where do you go to practice?
See, this is the thing. Down a wee back road.
I'd only get arrested or go through some creator's hedge.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, some events there is a Friday practice day. But that's an extra 150, 200 pounds.
Is this a really... I'm scared that this is a stupid question, and if it is a stupid question, I'm going to cut it out so I don't seem like an idiot. But with your car and with drift cars and stuff, are you legally allowed to drive them on the road?
If they're road legal.
Right.
There's a boy in Scotland who has a drift car and she's road legal. Like, she's MOT'd and everything.
Because you always see them on the back of something. Like, you never... I feel like you
Yeah.
don't ever see...
Mine isn't road legal, like, Harry's isn't road legal. But you can make it road legal if you can be bothered.
Mm.
But it's not really worth the hassle.
Do you need, like, a separate insurance or something?
Couldn't tell you.
You don't deal with that?
Nope. Don't insure.
That's the way it should be, to be honest.
Not worth the hassle.
No.
Probably be 10 grand to insure anyway.
You'd be scared to look into it.
Well, I'm scared to look at my own insurance for the Golf. I'm flipping 350.
Oh, don't even talk, like. I don't know why they're spiking up the prices as if you've not been driving for so many years.
I'm going to have to get a bus pass
Yeah.
for next year, I think.
Yeah, I think a bus pass sounds
Or
even
a
that's
scooter.
expensive.
Well, maybe stick to a scooter then or a bike.
Yeah, we electric scooter.
They're there too.
You need one of those, like, wee elderly bikes.
A foldable bike.
But yeah, with the wee cover on it whenever it's raining.
That would be, I think that's
I see people on the road with them all the time.
like a wee mobility scooter.
Uh-huh.
I
don't think you're allowed them on the road.
No.
But I think they're at that age now where they're just like...
The people in Balmoney on them would be fond of, they'd be in the shops and everything on them.
Really?
Oh, my mum actually, she's going to slap me for saying this, but she got ran over by one of them in Poundland or something. I am going to get a slap for saying that.
How did she get run over?
Whatever way, whoever it was on the thing, Mum was like standing at the aisle and they must have reversed back and ran over a toe or something. And then they kept going and that...
Those things are dangerous.
Well, I think they had a word after. Well, probably not a pleasant one.
I did not think we'd be talking about being run over by mobilities.
Well, I'll maybe get a slap, but
Not worry.
the world has to know
Exactly, the world has to know.
the dangers of the mobility scooters.
Yeah, you need to take precautions whenever
You have to be aware.
Uh-huh. No doubt they probably didn't care either.
Nope.
They're like, we've done our time, it's time for you to suffer.
Yeah, I don't know. I try and avoid them now.
Yeah.
If you see one coming in the shop, you go to the other aisle. But that would be a big thing in Balmoney
I
now.
must do that next time I see one. I'll walk the other direction.
Just avoid the shops in Balmoney.
I'm never in Balmoney, to be fair.
Couldn't blame you.
No, it's very out of the way for me.
It's a wee bit.
Like
There's not much in it.
No, I was going to say, it feels like there's nothing there.
No. To be honest, I'm rarely ever in it. I'm only ever through it. I live outside it, so we're not so bad.
Always working, always busy.
We avoid the mobility scooter
Yep, we
society.
steer clear of the mobility scooter.
There's not as many of them where I live.
So back to the drifting. Obviously, we talked a wee bit about, how it can be really competitive with your other guys and stuff. Have you ever got any like really nasty comments?
Not people that I'm driving with, because they know. I'm not going to say they know better, but like if they say something to me, I'm going to say something back.
Yeah.
Like I
As
don't
you
just
should, yeah, you gotta
be
try
quiet
it.
about it. But like on TikTok and stuff, yeah. But whenever you go through then and look at their profile, it's some wee fella and their profile's Alexis going round a cone.
Yep. Yeah,
Like on that video I posted of me crashing at the Bash, somebody commented on it, like, how do you mess up something so simple? With rasher words.
I think I might have actually seen that comment.
You could have, I don't know. He deleted them now, like, because I replied to him.
See, that's the thing. Once you start back at them, that's whenever they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then they delete it.
Like, I don't know if nobody expects me to say nothing, like, but I would be a very open-mouthed sort of, say what, don't think before speak.
I feel like you need to be in motorsport though. I mean, the people that you're, like the guys you're competing with, they're going to be like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I give more abuse than they do, like, but they give it back. So it's fair enough. But yeah, nothing like, any of the boys you'd be competing with are fine. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever, not to my face anyway, whether or not behind my back, don't know, not that bothered. But yeah, TikTok and stuff, yeah.
TikTok is really bad for it. Really bad.
I can't say it's been awful, but like there's one or two. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, it's not really affecting me.
Usually, on my own profile, I don't get much. Although someone did call me a potato.
That's rational.
They said that I had something of a potato. Can't remember, but basically just about the tints being on the front of the car. So I was like, you know what?
You're not allowed to tint your car now.
No.
And
call me a potato because potatoes they're class. You know what? They make chips.
Yeah.
They make mashed potatoes.
Yep.
They're unreal.
I don't see anything wrong with the potato now.
No.
I'd be a fan of a potato.
Happy enough calling me a potato, like. But I know, especially on the podcast, now that's where you do see the hate.
You do, yeah. You see the odd.
Mm-hmm. You see the hate coming in.
Yeah. But most of them's like young boys.
Yeah.
Or old boys.
Yep.
It's one end of the spectrum to the other.
And all the girls
I find.
Supportive.
Yeah. Well, most of them, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get the odd one, but sure, you get that wherever you go.
So what about that? Do you ever find...
Never really had any issues.
No. I think with some, it's probably more jealousy than anything because you
you get the odd look. I've never had anything said to me, like, but if you'd be at an event, like, you would get the glare.
Mm-hmm. Get a wee side eye.
But other than that, no.
That's good.
If you say something back, there's never usually an issue.
They never really expect you to say anything back.
No. And I usually try to be not respectful, but like not be snarky back. Because if somebody is looking at my profile and they see me being a prick to somebody, then they'll be like, oh, that's the sort of gal she is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no.
But I think the fact that, you know, you did put up about you hitting barriers just shows like you're just like everyone else.
Everybody else does it. Like,
yeah.
Just because I'm a girl doesn't make...
Yeah, that's probably the main reason.
I've seen boys had worse crashes than me. Like Harry takes the piss out of me because my car's wrecked. But it's not wrecked. It's just a few bruises. And then his car's just came home from Oman. And I was cleaning it the other day for him. Like the good citizen I am.
Good sister you are.
And the whole clamshell in the back of her's broke. The doors are caved in on her. The front bumper's still on her.
And nothing gets said.
Nope. But if anything, I get more abuse from him than I do anybody else.
Yeah.
But it's in a constructive way. It's not...
Yeah, he's giving you a thick
I wouldn't
skin.
call it abuse, like, but...
See,
he'll tell me what I need to hear.
Yeah. I think that's the good thing with brothers. As much as I hate giving my brothers any type of satisfaction whatsoever, they do give you a thick skin.
Yeah. And I think that's why I'm not bothered by a lot of stuff that happens. Like, it doesn't faze me at all.
Yeah.
Because I just think Harry would have told me something 10 times worse.
Mm-hmm.
But, no.
Brothers have a
strange way of loving.
Yeah, they're good at something. Apart from annoying you.
He's good at that now. So he is.
So, just coming to the end, what advice would you give to other girls looking to get into drifting? Because like we said, it seems... It's easy, but it's difficult at the same time.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Pretty much. Just do it.
Buy a £500 Beamer Off
And
Facebook Marketplace.
crash it as many times as you want. Because it was only £500.
This is it. Like, you've got to do the
Seat time
cash
is
in
key,
store.
to be honest. You don't get very far without seat time. That's just it.
Just go for it.
Nothing's stopping you. Unless something is, but other than that.
I think that's probably the best advice that you could give someone. Just
Maybe
go
not
for
very sentimental, but just do it.
it. Just do it. And
And I'm Nike slogan.
Nike sponsor us.
Just do it.
Just do it. What's next for you? Where do you see yourself going?
Good question. Tell you that when I get there. I don't know. See what happens. Maybe do the rest of the Irish series if I get somewhere at the end of the month. Other than that, don't know. Tell you next year.
Sounds good to me.
Don't think too far ahead. You don't get lost.
I'll have you on again. Here, you're spitting out some inspirational.
I am an inspirational being. Let
I
me
can
tell
see
you.
that.
Let me tell you.
You need to get these quotes on your Nissan.
On my t-shirt.
I on the t-shirt. Stick it on the helmet.
No, I will stay away from that. So we will.
And where can people get your socials?
Let me have a look. Molly Kerr 0 on TikTok. Molly _Kerr 1234 on Instagram. And Molly Kerr Drifting on Facebook.
Thank you.
Just like that.
Just like that.
I'd be good at rhyming them off.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on this episode.
Thanks for having me.
No worries at all. Obviously keep me up to date with everything that you're doing. I'll share whatever I can, and we'll see you in your next venture.
I'll let you know where I end up, sure.
Yeah, let me know. Thank you.